I wanna see the light.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you enjoyed my previous video. Obviously, like I say, it's very amateur and yeah, but I hope you did enjoy it. I'm just going to try and get back into the swing of YouTube and just try and get back into making content for you and providing you value and showing you that, well, just showing you me growing this year. I'm just really excited to I don't know, I think YouTube is really good for like memories. So I can like track, I can like look back a year from now and be like, oh my God, January to December, like, wow, how much has changed? Well, I hope to see that anyway. I hope to see a lot of progress. But yeah, so I'm going to keep documenting everything. So for today's video, I thought that I would kind of give some kind of like points about my health and stuff like that, and about how I keep track of my health, about an update about my health. And then it might kind of give you some tips about how you can look after your health, about what to do if you're kind of struggling with some sort of things, especially for people that have been through an eating disorder, or other like people who have competed and may have like had some bad health side effects from it and kind of like struggling about how to get back into a good healthy body. Because a healthy body, it means a healthy mind, and we all want to be healthy at the end of the day. And I know there is a kind of like a what is healthy, but we all know in ourselves when we feel good. Like healthy to me is feeling good mentally, feeling happy, feeling energized, feeling motivated, feeling like you want to get out of bed in the morning, feeling like your body is, I don't know, just content. You know, you just get that feeling when you just feel good and you know that there's nothing's going wrong, you know, everything's just in check and you're ticking over. So yeah, I thought I'd just give like a few like pointers and tips about what I'm doing, and I just hope that it provides you with a bit of, yeah, just a bit of value and a bit of help really, and advice, because that's all I aim to do with these videos. So today is Thursday. I've been to work again this morning. And today we've got legs, so my favourite session at home. Well, to be honest, I don't really have a favourite. I just love training in general, but I think there is just something about legs that just gives you that, like, the endorphins. The endorphins when you train legs is just, you can't even describe it. It's just like you just feel like, ooh, like fire. I love it. So yeah, I've got legs today, and I might show you a few tips from that. I might also, my friend gave me a really good idea for another video about how I establish a connection for training and like my training tips. So I'm not a professional at all. I'm very much a beginner intermediate when it comes to training, but I didn't know whether it would be useful for me to share some of my tips when it comes to training about what really helps me when I train, because I always preach that getting that connection is so important when you train, because if you can't feel it, then it's not working, really, is it? It's not, because if you can't feel the muscle, then what do you think it's doing? So yeah, if you want me to do that video, just let me know. So yeah, today is leg day, and tonight I'm making that different dinner. So I will film that for you tonight. I'll give you a little sneaky little clue. It involves bagels. So anything with bagels, it has to be good. So yeah, I'm going to make my first meal now, and you all know what that is from my last video, and then I'm going to train. So yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. But firstly, so from my previous video, you know that I got this, and oh my Jesus, this flavour, guys, caramel biscuit is absolutely bomb.com. It is so nice. This is probably the best cream of rice I've ever had. It's so nice. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to I am definitely gonna have to order more of these, but they only just got this one back in stock, so it must be a popular one. But I definitely 100% recommend getting this one. It is so good. I've had to come out of my kitchen because my washing machine is on again and it's so loud that you won't be able to hear me speak. But another thing that I forgot to say in my last video, to do with my cream of rice actually, for one thing I forgot to say I put in it, is something called low salt. So it's actually called low salt. So alongside my pink Himalayan salt, I also put this in there as well. So I put about 1/4 teaspoon of this in there, and then I put about 6 grinds of Himalayan salt in it, but it's all dependent on the person. So the reason I put both in is because the Himalayan salt provides you with your sodium, and then the low salt provides me with my potassium. So I have both because it helps me to balance my electrolyte levels. So because I'm drinking so much, I don't want to like wash myself out. So having both of these keeps my electrolytes in check. Something very minor, something very little, but if it does go out of balance, then that's really not good. So yeah, just another tip for anyone else that is either like drinking a lot or like just wanting to do all these little 1%, because things like this really do help. I actually picked this up from Cam McKay, a very, very good bodybuilder that I follow. So yeah, if anyone wants to like check out his channel, I'm not like, I don't know him personally, but I just find his videos very, very helpful. And yeah, that's one thing that I picked up from his videos, which has definitely helped me a lot. Some things that I actually wanted to show you that I thought would be quite useful. This isn't just for someone like from my past or anything. This is for anyone, like especially any competitor that really wants to focus on those 1% variables, because the 1% do make a difference. So I like to keep track of everything to make sure that everything's moving forward, everything's good, everything's healthy, and yeah, nothing's being missed. Do you know what I mean? Callum also recommends this for me as well. Like he says, if you want to be the best, you've got to focus on everything. So yeah, the 1% do matter. But anyway, yeah, getting into it basically. So what I have here is I have a blood pressure monitor, and I also have a blood glucose meter as well. So I ordered both of these off Amazon. So, but they're good branded ones. You don't want to get like a cheap one because you don't know how reliable it's going to be. But so my blood glucose, basically, because I work in the mornings, early mornings, I work 4 days a week. So obviously, like, I get up at 5:30, so there's kind of like no point doing it then, because when I wake up then I'm quite like, oh my God, shocked, and my body isn't really rested enough because I'm like, I need to get to work. But so on my days off, I track my blood pressure and I track my blood glucose. So that's obviously 3 days a week. So yeah, so I do it upon wake. So I just do my, you all know how this works. You put it around your arm, your left arm, just above the elbow joint here, and then yeah, you track your blood pressure. Mine is really good at the moment. It's very, very low, which is like expected for someone like me, and especially because I train as well. So athletes do usually have lower blood pressure. So yeah, I keep track of that. So like from when I wake up. And then I also do this from when I wake up as well, my blood glucose monitor. So you've probably all seen what they look like, but I'll just show you anyway, just in case you haven't. So basically you get this is the Nexus one, so this is a really good brand. That's the monitor, and you get like these little strips that you put in the monitor, and then you take your blood. It's not as bad as you think actually. When I first did it I was like, ugh, but no, it's not actually that bad. You get really used to it and it doesn't even hurt. And then you use these little pins, you put it in the pen, and then you just prick your finger, and then you put the blood like on the little strip. So I did mine this morning, which I will insert here. Yeah, so I do that 3 days a week. I only do that twice a week. So that is upon wake, after being hydrated by water only, because obviously if you had some sugar it would affect your like sugar levels. So yeah, I'm just keeping track of that, because like, especially blood glucose, because I'm eating so much, and I've been eating so much for a long time, I don't want to become insulin resistant. Like I don't want that to happen, because that's not good. I've looked into that before and I kind of freaked myself out. Like before I was measuring this, I was like, oh my God, what if I'm insulin resistant? Like what if, and because I worry, obviously you all probably know that I'm such a worrier. So I messaged Callum, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? And then he was like, right, just get a blood glucose meter, do it twice a week upon wake, da-da-da-da-da. And it's totally fine. I'm actually very low actually, as you've seen from that. So like the normal range is like what you want to be in well, the generalized range is like 4.5 to 5.5, and mine's obviously a little bit lower than that. So if it goes too low, that's obviously not good. And I do get low blood sugar like sometimes after training, just because obviously training's quite like fatiguing and it's quite a lot for the body. But I eat, so it's fine. Like I don't let it get bad. But if it's really high, then that's when you kind of want to like, yeah. But give or take, like between that variance, like the 4.5 to 5.5, like we're all individuals at the end of the day. But if it's like extreme, like either end, then that's kind of not good. But yeah, they're just things that I do just to keep track of my health. Obviously I do still track my weight. I used to do it every single day when I was ill. It was just an obsession. Now I probably do it twice a week. Yeah, I think it's twice a week now. I do it 2 or 3 times a week, get an average. That's it. Because at the end of the day, your weight fluctuates so much over the week. Like, it depends how much you've slept, how much stress you've had, what foods you've eaten, how late you've eaten, how much you've drunk, training, like everything. Like because sometimes when you train legs, because it's a big stimulus, your body will hold a lot of water because it's so stressed. So you might be heavier the next day. And then also hormones, especially for girls. So yeah, yeah, so I'd only track my weight 3 times a week now, and I don't even like think about it anymore. It's actually such a relief as well, like not doing it every day, because it's, yeah, just stepping on the scale every day, like the sad step, it's just not nice. You don't need to, it's just not needed. It's just an unnecessary stress, and I don't need any more stress in my life. No, I stress way too much. So yeah, I think that was, is there anything else that I track for now? I can't think of anything for now, but if I do, I'll let you know. I do like measurements, but that's just for like progress, but I do that like probably like monthly, because obviously measurements aren't going to change that drastically from week to week. But I do check-in photos weekly. Yeah, just keeping track of all the health markers to make sure I stay healthy. So in terms of another like health marker, health check, things I do to keep my body as healthy as I can, well, try and get it to be healthy, is obviously like supplements. My supplements, I would like to be able to have, like, because Callum, when he gives me my like all my data and everything for me that I have on my files, he recommends products that he says to me to have, that he thinks will be best for my body, to help with muscle growth, to help with my health, everything. I can't afford all of it, because buying all these like good, when you want to buy good quality like vitamins and minerals and supplements, because if you buy cheap, they're not good. So you have to buy like quality products, and quality costs money. So I can't afford all of them, but I've kind of whittled it down to the ones that I really think are essential. There is a multivitamin that I actually haven't got at the moment that I need to reorder, but I'm just trying to save a bit of money to get that. But the main ones that I do have are, so EPA, DHA, so this is fish oils, so this is really, really important. I recommend everyone to take this, whether you're training, whether you're not training, like for your joints, for everything. Like it's so good to have a fish oil, because you just can't really get enough through the diet, unless you're eating like low. I just don't think you can. I don't think you can. So I think like this is a very, very good brand. So this is off Amazon. I swear I get everything off Amazon. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, these are off Amazon. So these are very, very good. I also take this vitamin D3 and K2. So obviously we don't get a lot of vitamin D3 in the UK, so, vitamin D in general. So I use this one in drops. So the reason I don't use tablets is because with the drops and plus the K2, it allows your body to absorb it better. So yeah, I take this every other day. I take 3 drops every other day, pre-bed. I take all these supplements pre-bed. And then this one. I would love to get the Strom, Support Max Neuro, but again, I can't really afford that. Yeah, so ashwagandha. This is basically like basically the basic form of Support Max Neuro. So it's just the ashwagandha part, and ashwagandha is a natural root, and it's really good for anxiety. So it helps to lower your cortisol levels. So I take this post-training and before bed. So for someone like me, who's always stressed, who's always got really high cortisol levels, yeah, I take my ashwagandha, natural root, and this is really, really good. And again, this is off Amazon. But if basically the multivitamin that I need to get, that's from Supplement Needs. Supplement Needs is a brilliant brand. They are so good for supplements, all like, yeah, just health supplements and bodybuilding supplements as well. They're just a very good, trustworthy brand. Also Strom, that I mentioned about the Support Max Neuro, Strom is very good as well. So if you're looking for those sort of products, I definitely would recommend Supplement Needs and Strom. They are very, very good brands. I also kind of wanted to give you a bit of an update on like my bone health and my menstrual cycle, because I'm very open about this stuff, because I think it needs to be heard that like anorexia does really, it does screw up your body. It really does screw up your body, and I'm not going to say I regret it, but I'm very sad about what it's done to my body, and I hope that I can reverse the side effects from it. I hope I can. I'm trying my best anyway. But so basically I have got, I don't know whether any of you have watched my videos from the past, but I have got severe osteoporosis throughout my whole body, especially in my spine. Obviously as a result of being very low weight and lack of nutrition for a long period of time. And they do say that you can't, well, I think it's when you get to 30 that you can't reverse osteoporosis. So I'm 25 now, so I'm trying my hardest to try and reverse the bad that it's done to my body. trying to increase my bone density. So the best things that I've learned through experience about how to do that is nutrition mainly. Nutrition is the main thing. So a good, adequate diet that's like full of vitamins, full of nutrients, and is enough for your body is best. Supplementation, calcium, vitamin D, and just all like the natural vitamins and minerals, that's really good for your body as well. And then weight training, because you're putting stress on your body, so your body has to react. It has to grow. So it does increase bone density, and studies and studies and studies have shown that. So that's why weight training is good for the body, but you have to be careful. Like, don't be an idiot when you train, because you are weak. So if you do have osteoporosis, your bones are weak, so you have to be very, very careful. But when you get into it, you know your limits. Like, I know my limits. I'm not gonna like push myself to be an idiot and then break a bone. I've never broken a bone, touch wood, except my toe. So weight training, I think, is so good for increasing bone density. So that's the osteoporosis side. And then also, so in terms of my menstrual cycle, I still don't have a menstrual cycle. It does concern me, it does, because I am 25 and it's like time is running out and I'm getting older now. I'm not old, but in terms of a menstrual cycle, I am old. And I do want to have children. I do want to have a family when I'm older. When I'm an adult, do you know what I mean? So I was with a doctor, an endocrinologist, and she was very, very good. And she gave me these like patch things, which I really just didn't like. I just did not like how they made my body react. I did not like it. I held water, my mood was affected. And she said it's the progesterone that's in it, and she said she can't, basically my body lacks estrogen, but the thing is with estrogen, you can't just give straight estrogen because it increases your chance of some type of cancers. So obviously I can't have that. So I had to have the estrogen with it, and all the medication has got progesterone has got progesterone in it, and my body just doesn't react well to it. So I'm trying to do it the natural way by diet. So by gaining weight, having a good diet, and I'm just hoping that my body will eventually come. The doctor was a bit, how do I put this? Generalized in her response to me saying this. She kind of, well, to put it in simple terms, she kind of said to me that, I don't know how to put it. She kind of said to me that I'm not actually going to say actually, because I don't want to say it because I don't want it to be true. So I'm not true, but I don't want it to like, I just don't believe in it, so I'm not going to say something I don't believe. So I am going to be the person who does it naturally, and I know it's going to come because my body's been through so much anyway. It's come out of something very bad, and I reckon it will come. I believe anyway. I'm going to prove science wrong and show that you can do it naturally, and that we're all different, and you shouldn't just stick to the normal generalized guidelines. Like, we're all individuals, and so they need to allow for the extremes. Like, people can do it naturally, or some people need medication. We're all different, but I'm going to try and do it the natural way. So I'm keeping hopeful, and yeah, I will keep you updated on that to let you know. Obviously it's not a nice subject, but I think it's an important subject for other people that are going through this sort of thing. And many bikini competitors, they lose their periods, so this is relevant to everyone really. But I do think that a good diet and weight training are the key to getting your body optimally healthy. Another really, really, like, probably one of the most important tips as well, hydration. Because when I was ill, I never used to drink enough. I hardly drank anything. Probably just a little bit of water, but like, I don't really like water on its own. It makes me feel a bit sick, so I hardly drank anything. But so when I didn't, I know it sounds weird, but I used to get like ringing in my ears when I was wasn't drinking enough, and I never knew why, but it was because I was dehydrated. And when you're dehydrated, it feels awful. And also, like, for shuttling nutrients through your body, you need to drink. It helps with digestion, obviously nutrient flow, blood flow, everything. And more blood flow means more muscle gains. Just saying. Also, so when you're training, definitely make sure you're hydrated. So I drink around 4.5 to 5 litres a day now, and obviously that's just individual, dependent on me because of my lifestyle and stuff like that. But I don't think some people drink enough. Things like coffee and teas and stuff like that, they're not classed as hydration because I think they dehydrate you. But I'm not saying coffee and that's bad, because obviously I have coffee every day, so yeah. But you want to make sure you're drinking enough water, and yes, you can add squash to your water. Don't worry about all these people that say about all the artificial sweetness and stuff. it's all about balance at the end of the day. So yes, you can have squash. Yes, I enjoy a Pepsi Max, a glass a day. It's just when you do these things to the extreme, it's all about balance at the end of the day. And I think when you restrict something, like when you say, oh, I can't have artificial sweeteners, that just kind of immediately results in a bad negative mindset because you're immediately restricting something. I believe now that I don't restrict anything from my diet now. I just think it's all about moderation and balance. And I know it sounds really like cliche and boring, but that is the truth. It is the truth, because it's not just about the physical, it's about the mental as well. You have to get that mental balance, that mental physical balance. And yeah, just a balance of everything. So yeah, the key point is stay hydrated, guys.
Like a real love, but it goes so fast. All tied up, like a captive. I'm on to you. Used to pay to my own life, standing on rainbows, playing it cool. I haven't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience. So won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer. You're making me stronger, making me stronger. You're stronger.
Okay, as you can tell, I've showered and I'm a little bit rosy cheeked. Basically I've been cooking, so it's many hours now. So I've trained, obviously you saw me do my Bulgarian split squats. That's all I filmed because I just didn't want to do the whole session. I'm just going to give you like kind of little snippets. But yeah, so no, it was a very good session, very good, very intense. And by the end I was like, wow, yeah. I did a post on Instagram actually about some foam roller hack squats, and they were, oh my god, savage. But anyway, yeah, it was an amazing session, so I'm really happy with how that went. But now I'm actually cooking the different dinner that I said I was gonna do. So I've done most of it, but I'm gonna kind of explain what I've done. So then, because I didn't want to film the whole cooking process, because this video will be very long, and I think it's just a little bit like, you know. But yeah, I'll basically explain what I've done. So far, basically I have a bagel. I've scrambled some courgette and mushrooms with loads of spices and stuff, and then I've just got like sauces there. So in here I have oh god, is it gonna focus? I have, oh, it's not focused. I have a scrambled egg with mushrooms, and then also I have 2 chicken sausages and then some green beans. So I've just done those in the oven, and that's just been done in the pan. They've just been boiled, and that was just, yeah, stir fried. And then in here I have some air fried potatoes, which are just about done, I think. Yeah, so they're just on cooking, so about 15 minutes for those. So you can kind of get the general gist of what I'm cooking. I'm doing like, I kind of had the idea of doing like a bagel with like sausage and egg. So it's kind of like a McMuffin, you know, you get from like McDonald's. I've never had one, but it's kind of like a breakfast bagel, but I'm kind of having it for dinner with like air fried potatoes, veggies and sauces. I just really fancied like an egg sausage bagel because I've never had one, and I just really fancied it. I have bagels in my freezer. I've had them in there for ages. I had chicken sausages, I had potatoes, so I was like, well, why not do it? And I haven't had potatoes in ages, and I haven't had a bagel in ages, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm just gonna put it all on the plate now, get it all assembled, and then I'll show you the, oh, that's my potatoes done. And then I'll show you the final product. So here it is, the finished product. Oh my God, I have done myself proud today. I'm literally gonna dive into this right now. So dinner has been eaten, and it was really nice actually. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. The only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 is because it was really messy. So like when I picked up the bagel, like it was just like everywhere, and I hate messy eating, like it really annoys me. But apart from that, it was so nice, and I'm really pleased that I did something different. It was quite nice to have a change. Don't get me wrong, I do like having like my usual because it's just easy. But no, it was really nice, and I would definitely do it again. I think I've got another meal idea as well that I'm thinking of doing as well. So I could possibly film that when I do it. I don't know if I'm going to do that one yet, but, you know, I'll just play it by ear. But I think I'm probably going to... I think I'm probably going to close the video out here. I hope this has been like somewhat informative and somewhat helpful for people, just to kind of like get an idea of what sort of things like I look out for in my body, and you might like pick up some of these things and might start doing them yourself. If you're a competitor yourself, like you're probably already doing them, your coach is probably already making you do them. And just for just the general, like just a general person who doesn't want to compete, like just these things are good to kind of like keep a track of and just to be aware of, just to make sure that your health is in check, and especially for someone who like is also recovering from an eating disorder, because obviously our health is affected, so it's good to just keep these things in check. And I just want to make sure that I'm getting my body healthy again, because health is the best thing. It's the best for your mind, it's the best for your physical body, and it just makes you feel so much better. And like I say, health is a spectrum, so don't think that what I said is necessarily healthy, because you might think different and you're entitled to think that. So yeah, just feel healthy in the way that you feel is right. But anyway, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.